Down and 6. Jimbo's call is on the field. Now it's up to Mock to orchestrate it. Clayton goes back over to the short side on the right. Mock straight back. Offensive line gives him plenty of time. Nice grab. Here comes Skylar Green, and he's out of bounds at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Poole getting him out of bounds, but LSU is in business again, and here come the Tigers.
Wow, that was on Derek Strait that time. He had Skylar Green man-to-man. It was a loop pass. You come inside and you loop back out. It's a predetermined option to the outside. Everyone knows what's going on. You come in, you fake hard inside, and that time Derek Strait could not handle Skylar Green. Skylar Green is very impressive with his speed.
Gary, you mentioned 3rd down. That was 3rd and 6 and a 23-yard gain. Their first touchdown of the game. 3rd and 2. They are dominating. Justin Vincent is the running back. Got the call. Tiptoes inside the 5-yard line as the Sooners jam the front.
You can always tell you're doing a good job against Oklahoma's defense when you don't hear Teddy Lehman's name a lot. You really have to scheme to keep that guy. He's like a wild card. He's like a rover. And he has not been in any plays tonight. Passing game, he can't get there. Running game, he's there. He's bouncing it outside. But LSU has schemed him out of this game.
2nd down and goal. Vincent the lone running back. Henderson through the formation. Mock rolls to the right. Pump fake. Keeps it out of bounds. Just shy of the 5-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down coming up for LSU. And a quick reminder that you've never been inside the FBI. You've never been inside the mob until now. So get ready to cross over the line with the series critics are calling the best new drama of the year. Line of Fire, an all-new episode. Tuesday at 10, 9 Central right here on ABC. Viewer discretion is advised.
LSU likes the wide receiver screen coming inside. The jailbreak screen down here on 3rd down. Let's see if they can get one in. It will be safe. Remember, a field goal makes it more than a 2-possession game with a 17-point lead.
Oh, they've gone to 4 wideouts. And then they'll bring Henderson over to the left side, and Mock will roll hard in that direction. And this one did not work out. It's field goal time for Nick Saban at LSU. Dan Cody, along with Gayron Allen, making the stop for the Sooners.
Nothing silly. Great drive by LSU. Managed very well by Mock. He scrambled when he had to. He hit the passes when he had to. And when he had to, he just kept the ball and made sure the field goal was alive.
So here's Ryan Godet, who took over, kicking the field goals from Chris Jackson in the SEC Championship game in Atlanta. Hit 2 field goals against the Bulldogs. And he's got this one. There's a penalty flag. The field goal is signaled good. But there is a penalty, and we'll get this sorted out. It was a 27-yard field goal.
Whoa, that's big.
I'd say. You wonder if Oklahoma can spring somebody either directly up the middle, which frequently is the easiest way to block a field goal. Those edge rushers have a terrible time sometimes. Get around that corner and lay it out.
There are 2 penalties, one during the play, one after the play was over. During the play, holding on the offense. After the play was over, personal foul on the offense. Both penalties will be enforced.
They'll have to punt.
Bring the punter on.
Yep, they're going to have to punt.
Now, one thing about Donnie Jones, he can nail it inside the 20-yard line. He has been lethal doing that this season.
Right now, LSU is discombobulated. They got half their field goal team out, half their punt team. The worst thing would not be just to take a 5-yard penalty and calm down on this thing. I'm surprised they're trying this long field goal. .52.5 yards.
Lane Besh is the holder. It's a fake. They throw out of it, and wide open is David Jones. Can you believe it? That's why they were taking so much time.
What a play.
And they pull the fake field goal. But remember now, it's a 29-yard gain.
Right.
They were down to the 5-yard line at 1st and goal. So they improved their field position.
Bob says I'm supposed to do that. That's the type of play I would call. I haven't seen this ever. It's one of the great plays. A penalty after a field goal. You get the split receiver. Jones comes out, runs down. He has to score because it was first and goal, and he does not get in. But they got field position out of him.
Sooner fans, take a big, deep breath. Still hanging in.
It's about $5,000.
There's Monty Poling. He's our TD on the left. And there's Larry Cam. There's Bob Goodrich over there, huh? So there's our three leaders down there. And Oklahoma dashes onto the field here with Vince Carter, the center. And, man, they're looking for something good to happen. They've got only 92 yards here tonight, only 31 rushing, 61 passing against this fierce LSU D. From the end zone, going for it all, and Clayton couldn't quite get to it. So the FedEx Ground Air stats. We take a look at it, and you can see the air being won by LSU, dominated by the Tigers. And we don't have to tell you what the ground looks like. We already spoke about that.
Yeah. Boy, those two packages from Oklahoma didn't get there, did they? Those Christmas presents didn't get there from Oklahoma.
Second down and 10. Conley switches to the left side of the formation, keeping Runnels in because of the intense pressure all night long. Trying to get a running game going. You can see Carter trying to lead the way in the middle as we check in now on the Jeep rushing playbook.
Well, when you run the spread, and Brent talked about bringing in the running quarterback. Look what happens when you don't have a running quarterback. The defensive end doesn't respect the quarterback keep. He just cuts around the backside, tackles the ball carrier. I don't care, Jason. You want to keep it and run it? We'll tackle you. You got to have that extra runner when you're in that shotgun and run the spread.
The Tigers looking down at 3rd down and 6 here for the Sooners. The Sooners are 3 of 9 on 3rd downs here this evening. Saban's defense has him 6 yards away. Jason dances, tries to find an open receiver. Clayton on a comeback. And he's got his first down.
I think they had a lineman downfield, illegal lineman downfield. I think it was Wes Sims. Tremendous coverage. I'm telling you, if you've got people that can cover like this, I don't care if you have 2 Heisman trophies. Watch these guys cover. You show me where to throw the ball. Go ahead. Come on, Oklahoma fans. Tell Jason where to throw the ball. Should you throw it to this guy? No. How about that? No. How about this guy? Any one of these 3 guys you'd like to try to throw the ball to? I don't think so.
Excellent. You know, Gary, we started this podcast with a piece of sound with Nick Saban talking about the bump and run. And all night long, they have used that defense, flushing those wideouts. And you saw Nick hands-on coaching the defensive backs in Baton Rouge, teaching them how he wants them to do it. The great coaches are great teachers, or they have great teachers working with them, but they all get it done in some manner. And Nick Saban out of West Virginia, I've got a great story regarding the Stoops family I want to get to here a little bit later. 3rd down, and from the end zone, White, this one could almost be picked off Jones. I mean, Daniels had him covered like a blanket. Gary, there was just nothing doing over. There was no daylight, nothing going.
I'm really impressed with Daniels. You know, he started off at safety because of LaRon Landry. He got the move to corner. Look at this guy. He's tall. He looks at the hips. He tracks him. He gets his hands on him. Turns back for the football. He doesn't panic. No interference call. Daniels is the guy that gave up his red shirt in the SEC championship a couple years ago for 1 play. That's a team player.
Skylar Green standing 45-yard line. Blake Ferguson near that end line. Booms it out.
This is returnable.
Catches it back at the 38-yard line. Searches for a crease. Stumbling. And back to the 34-yard line. Teddy Lehman makes the tackle, but the LSU offense is in good shape again.
Not long ago, Gary Doyle sat right here and got a range of auto insurance quotes.
It was like clockwork watching this bunch. Coming in underneath to Jones again, just short of the 30-yard line.
Oklahoma's defense is so distorted. That's such a simple little play. And for the corner to fall back that deep like that and let a quarterback on 2nd and long throw a 3-yard pass and get it back to 3rd and 5 like that is just bad defense. They're playing bad zone defense tonight.
LSU gonna let the time run out on the 3rd quarter. Yeah, we're 15 minutes away from big party on Bourbon Street. That's an oxymoron. ABC Sports presentation of the Nokia Sugar Bowl will return with the 4th quarter after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Amazing.
Back on the field defensively against Matt Mock and the LSU Tigers, who now have a 3rd down. Oklahoma's only touchdown set up by a blocked punt, which was recovered inside the 5-yard line. It took 4 plays to get it in. Now Mock standing tall, fires intercepted. Bad decision on his part. Picked off now by Brodney Poole. And Poole, looking for somebody to lateral to, finally takes it down inside the 30-yard line. That's his 7th interception of the season. He leads the OU defense. And finally, a spark for Oklahoma. And maybe we can get something going.
Yeah, it's one of the things that LSU had to tell Matt Mock at the change of the quarter. If it's there, go for it. But make sure you throw under timing. Don't throw this ball over the middle off balance. He throws late off balance, and that ball is just eaten up, and Oklahoma stays in this football game. The missed field goal, and now the interception. It's anybody's football game.
Now let's see if OU can cash in on it. There is Poole, having picked off his 7th pass of the season. White comes up under center. Jones is running back. There's the pitch to Jones, and he is hemmed back in. Beautiful defense by Daniels. Gary, you have talked about Travis Daniels, but he was so disciplined that time from the cornerback spot. He saw the possibility of a pitch. Instead of coming hell for leather for the running back, he stayed right there like he's taught to do and forced the back inside the draw. Man, that was what an awesome looking defense this is.
Not only that, it's a smart defense. He knows the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. He follows his game plan, and he does what he's supposed to do. Let the quarterback run, go for the pitch man.
I think it'd have been 2nd and long, and they got Jason White back in that shotgun. They work a twist. They hit him on the release.
There he is again.
Incomplete, and Jason White has taken another hit as Clayton is up against Daniels, and Travis gets the best of it.
That lineman was zone. Daniels plays the zone. Remember, he was the safety when this season started. This guy is a big-time player. Remember, the other corner's the All-American. Webster's the All-American. Watch this. Drops in zone, reads the quarterback, and then gets back on the play. Runs it. Watch it. Jams, looks in, gives ground, relax, and tips the ball. That's wonderful pass defense.
That's 2 sensational plays in a row, and that is Kristen Pittman, I believe, the young man who is down on the 33-yard line. But the pressure again on the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, he's been battered all night. He's had passes knocked down. He's been sacked. He's been harassed. He's been blitzed. He's had to dump the ball, but he's been making some plays.
Well, speaking of Heisman Trophy winners, you know, some of them have had a very tough time after winning the trophy. You go back to just a couple of years ago to the Rose Bowl, and Eric Crouch in Nebraska beaten by Miami. Chris Winkie was handled by the Oklahoma Sooners in Miami. Now, Danny Werfel here under the dome, won a national championship with Steve Spurrier as his coach, and Charlie Ward did likewise down at the Orange Bowl. So Jason White tonight is going to continue the negative streak the way it looks, unless they can score. They need to come up with a big play on offense. It has been so frustrating to watch them struggle and try to get anything going offensively. LSU has held them to 79 yards, 3 of 10 on 3rd down.
You can see it with Jason's Bennett. It's like a heavyweight fight for Jason White. If I was Oklahoma, I would look at this as 4-down territory. They need a touchdown. They don't have to get it all of it on 3rd down.
LSU backs the safety out. Now he looks like he's coming, and he is coming. Jason White going to go for the home run. Middle, knocked away at at the last moment by the nickelback Randall Gay, making still another big play. What a defensive backfield Saban has put together.
Randall Gay was the starter. He was the starting cornerback when Travis Daniels played safety. He comes on Clayton. The ball is slightly underthrown again. You see Gay, he's able to just bat it down. He doesn't panic. He's used to playing bump and run coverage, and he knocks it down. Wonderful play. And for it on 4th down.
Now they must get inside the 21-yard line for a first down. LSU. That defense now looks at a 4th and 11, and here they come again on White. He'll fire middle. Clayton reaches out and makes the catch for the first down at the 11-yard line. A wonderfully athletic play by Mark Clayton, who has a 38-inch vertical leap, the best on the OU team.
This matchup on the blitz against Jack Hunt worked early in the game, and they come back to it late in the football game. That's the only time Clayton's really had his way, when he's been matched up against Jack Hunt. Give the offensive line credit for Oklahoma. It was an all-out blitz, and they blocked it.
Now, if they can afford to send Runnels out, sometimes he breaks free down close to the end zone, but he is set up in the fullback on the straight eye with Jones behind him. Sooners looking for a touchdown to get back in this thing. Jones looking for that corner. Breaks free and then muscled down close to the 5-yard line.
That was a big-time play for Jason White. He stood in there the play before on 3rd down. As you look at Quan Jones, excuse me.
He has led this team in rushing yards and TDs, 26 career games and 25 career touchdowns. He struck on that opening drive against Kansas State, and since then, it has been struggle city for the OU offense. Now they're looking down at 2nd down and 5. Runnels still in as the fullback in front of Jones. Play fake, throwing. It is complete, and Runnels dives for the flag this time, but he is just short of it. Runnels thought he had it. Runnels thought he got the pylon. And I told you about him slipping out sometimes for that backfield. It has been a wonderful play through this season for Oklahoma.
Lionel Taylor, the middle linebacker, has the fullback sliding out here. It looks like his foot came, yes, his foot came out of bounds right about there just before he hit the pylon. The
Here it is, first and
There's
goal.
the foot. Yes, good call.
1st and goal. Jones is behind Runnels. They switch the power over to the left side of this formation. Jason trips. Gonna keep it. Stumbling. Can't get there. Too much speed on that D, and Oliver is allowed to close. Jason had no chance once he slipped, and he gave back 4 yards.
And he missed the handoff on the play. I don't know if he slipped before the handoff or after the handoff, but he misses the handoff. Watch as he turns here. Yes, he slips before. He might have got his foot stepped on, and then he knew he was going to get eaten up on the play. He was never going to get outside of Melvin Oliver.
Peoples on as a wide receiver, and so look at the substitution package for LSU. 4 different defensive players dash onto the field after Oklahoma sends in its substitutes. White back in that passing shotgun formation. Jones slipping to the right. Fake. Quarterback draw. Dives toward the end zone. Just short of it. And it will be 3rd down and goal, but that was a good call.
Absolutely. That's a great call. That's one of those calls you would never expect. Jason White is showing his heart in his football game. He's been limping all game. Brent mentioned the 2 surgical knees he had. Got both of those just running. Not even hit on either one of those plays early in his career.
Chris Chester
4 down
comes in as a tight end to help lead the way. This will be a jumbo formation. Signal coming in from the sideline. This could make a whale of an ending here to the Nokia Sugar Bowl if Oklahoma can battle their way in. Jones burrows his way in. Touchdown, OU. Will now. Garrett, look what we've got here. Carlo Corey Holden. Try to make this a 7-point game. 74 extra points for him, and there's the young man who's done all the touchdown scoring for the Sooners.
That bad play by Matt Mock. You can't give up the ball when you're controlling the football game, and it gave the other team life. Inside move against Hunt. That's the matchup that Jason White has made before, and then the running play after the quarterback draw by Jason White to get back in the football game.
90 miles away, but many of them are either here with us tonight or watching the game on television. Now, Gary, you picked this up. That is Jason White, the quarterback. And why are they taping that way?
I think it was a turf toe. When he sprained when he turned and slipped, that's how you can sprain your toe, that arch. They'll tape it up, try to give him support, but that will get sorer as the game goes on.
DeCarlo. And Skyler takes a knee in the end zone. Well, Bachelor Bob broke her heart. You sexy thing, you. But Meredith is coming back, and she has 25 guys to choose from. The Bachelorette season premiere Wednesday, January 14th at 9/8 Central on ABC as the medical staff at OU continues to tend to their gutted quarterback who has undergone 2 major knee surgeries. He came back to win a Heisman Trophy, and he's still in this football game.
Yo, fuel for the soul. Nokia, connecting people. The Home Depot, you can do it, we can help. And Capital One, what's in your wallet?
More excitement than we've seen all night on the Oklahoma sideline as Mauk and LSU bring it out on 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Fake to Vincent. Roll left. Dropped. It'll be 2nd down and 10. During the commercial, this was the Oklahoma sideline, and they were dancing to the OU band right behind them. There in the corner, trying to get their fans back in the thick of it. And I see an awful lot of folks wearing red on their feet right now as they have closed back to within 7, and they look at a 2nd and 10.
That was that gimme pass that they ran before when he threw the comeback. This time he short-armed it, did Matt Mock, and threw it right in the ground. It was a tough catch. The last time Oklahoma scored a touchdown, LSU answered with their own touchdown.
Timeout. LSU. They burn one here. And who bigger than Tommy Harris? We asked him about his excitement about playing football.
Every time I see offensive line, it's just so fun to be out there again, and I just get happy. I get excited. And it's like a parent telling you about to go to like Six Flags or Astro World, and you can't sleep the night before. You're just so anxious. That's how I feel about the game.
Get excited now, Tommy. It's 2nd down and 10. 21-14 Tigers. Toss Vincent. Vincent looking for daylight is cut off and thrown down at the 16-yard line. And suddenly that defense is coming alive. Allen was there, and Dvorak also helping out.
Well, that missed pass by Matt Mock on 1st down got LSU behind the down and distance. We heard Nick Saban say we like to have the down and distance in our favor. Well, on the other side, you have the ASCII Oklahoma coaches. They like the same thing. When you miss that 1st down pass, get nothing, all of a sudden that offense doesn't look so good. Remember, your quarterback, the last 2 passes he's thrown, a wrong-footed interception over the middle, and he short-armed a short pass to the outside.
The dime look with 3 down linemen for Oklahoma. Mauk stands in trouble. Cody had a hand on him. Came up firing, and he saved a huge loss on that play. Big Dan Cody came right over the top and had a hand on him, and Mauk pulled away and threw the incompletion.
Well, you got to admire this front. 39 sacks. These guys have come all year. Whitworth's doing a good job on Cody. Look at that balance. Good athlete, then just gets rid of it to save the distance. But boy, Oklahoma, the heart of a champion right now. Got the crowd against them. It's a big LSU crowd, and they're fighting back.
Jones back to punt. He's had one block tonight. Perkins is standing on his own 45-yard line.
You're not seeing those wide splits anymore. They got that one blocked.
They drive Perkins back to the 39. He spins free. And then crashes into two defenders, bringing the ball back to the 41-yard line. Well, this March on ABC for the first time ever, Stephen King brings you a weekly television series. Stephen King's Kingdom Hospital premieres Wednesday, March 3rd on ABC.
Let's keep an eye on Jason White now. First series since he had that toe all taped up. He doesn't have great mobility to begin with. Now he's got that toe to deal with.
They put him up under center. Clayton on the end around, swings behind Jones. Clayton dashes for daylight and gets close to 10 yards on that play as Jack Hunt makes the stop.
Boy, the go-to players for Oklahoma have come through. You could tell the way Perkins ran that ball on that punt return. Dan Cody almost getting that sack. Jason White hitting that big fourth down play. Clayton making that big fourth down catch. The big players for Oklahoma are starting to make big plays.
Measure, he was very close. You can see according to our yellow line, he's just that short. So it will be second down for Stoops and OU.
Now, normally you would think Oklahoma would toss one deep here, but the way they've been having trouble running the ball on short yardage, they may try to run the ball twice and make sure they get this first down.
White looks over at the sideline. Has the play call. (21-14). LSU leading. They were up 21-7. An interception led to an Oklahoma touchdown. Donnelly over to the right side of the formation. Runnels still in there as the lead fullback. He's played most of this game. Flag prior to the snap, and so this will come back 5 yards against Oklahoma, and so they turn almost a gimme into an adventure here.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Live here in New Orleans at the BCS Championship game at the Nokia Sugar Bowl between Oklahoma and LSU. There, the interception by Poole, who has come on to be one of the Sooners' best defensive backs this year. Jones banging in for that touchdown, his second of the game. And Jones has carried 16 times for 33 yards and 2 touchdowns. Clayton is actually their leading rusher with 36 yards now on that end around. Second down, and here comes their leading rusher again. Fumble the ball out of bounds. Oklahoma football. No first down on the play, and third down is coming up.
One of the advantages that LSU has in defensing this particular Oklahoma offense at this stage right now, Oklahoma has become very predictable. They don't throw to the tight end anymore. Lance Donnelly is not even in it. He splits out. He's in there every play. They don't even look at him. The quarterback can't get out of the pocket. They become predictable, and that's why LSU has been able to stop them. They know where the attack is coming from.
And a fresh Marcus Spears checks into that defensive line. Four-man rush with a twist. Deflected, incomplete by Marquise Hill. Hill on the twist, coming free. Knocked it back.
That was a huge penalty for Oklahoma. They're going to have to punt the ball here.
8:25 left in the football game.
You can see him. There's the star of the game so far. Oh, it was the other one coming around this time. They're both good. They're both big, and they both can put their hands up.
Ferguson back to punt. And now it is Skylar Green's turn. Signal for the fair catch. Hopes it goes into the end zone, and it does. It'll come out on the 20-yard line. 8:17 to go here at the Nokia Sugar Bowl. It's 21-14. The Tigers up 7. The Louisiana Superdome, huh? Overhead coverage of the Nokia Sugar Bowl provided by the Saturn Light Ship. Saturn and its retailers hope you're enjoying ABC's coverage of tonight's game and wish you a happy and a very healthy 2004. LSU up 7. Matt Mock under center. Michael Clayton, number 14. One of his big guys who's been rather quiet here so far. Play fake to Vincent again, rolling right. Receivers covered. Mock takes it off, and he's down to the 27. Now, speaking of Michael Clayton, we talked about the strength of the LSU offense.
Games are won off big plays, and when you have 6 big play guys out there on the field, it's like your chances of winning goes up. And I mean, from our receiving core to our running backs are all guys who, once they get the ball, they can take it a distance.
And which of these teams now will come up with the next big play, which could be the biggest of the night? Michael Clayton out as a wide out here on 2nd down. Now using the freshman, and Allen was in on top of him in a heartbeat. Didn't have a chance as Jackson came in and made the play.
LSU is a little gun shy about throwing the ball right now. Oklahoma is squatting on all the routes. They're daring them to throw deep, but Mock is 2 for 5 for 18 yards and an interception in his last 5 passes. He's missed a couple easy ones. He's made a couple bad mental mistakes and got Oklahoma back in the football game. It looks like Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban don't feel good about throwing the ball right now.
3rd down and 5. 3 wide receivers from out. He'll take off and see if he can run for it. Stumbles and short of that 1st down, I believe, which would force Saban to punt.
Yeah, that's a turf. That's the 2nd time. Turf once for Jason White, now the turf for Matt Mock. Nick knew he had a 1st down. Bob Stoops right now. Brent Venables is feeling good about their defense. They're squatting on the routes. They feel they got a quarterback that's aiming the ball, and they feel good about playing pass defense.
Perkins standing back on his own 30-yard line. Donnie Jones out of Baton Rouge. Straightening out a blocking assignment. Remember, the Sooners have blocked 1 punt already tonight. They're going to bring the clock down. They zero it out. That's not where you want to take a 5-yard penalty. Nope. I know he's a good punter, but he's not this good.
That's right. LSU had not had a punt blocked all year. They come into this football game, use the spread punt, get one blocked, and all of a sudden they start worrying a little bit, making a few too many calls, and they burn 5 yards.
Now Saban and his staff starting to feel the heat. Oklahoma climbing back into this. High snap is pulled down. Remember, it's a new snapper here. The long snapper was suspended for the game. There's the fair catch at the 39-yard line. That's where Jason White and Oklahoma will have it. Trailing by 7 in the Nokia Sugar Bowl. Defensive lineman in the country, and he is looking to make a play here now. 1st down and 10. You can see him right over Carter's nose, man. He's going to war. Time to battle in, gets forced back out. Pass is complete. We asked Lavallee about his strengths as a lineman.
I'm not one of those guys that, like you said, just knock someone off the ball. I mean, I can do it at times, but I try to use my speed and quickness to my advantage. You know, keep the linemen on their heels, because they'll be expecting that, and then I'll counter that with something else.
He was drawing a lot of attention that time, and Shashan, number 70, who's had 18 consecutive starts, did a great job of blocking on him. And this time, Jones, 1st down, Oklahoma.
That was impressive. When you try to stop the Oklahoma running game, you know they like to run off the edge. Sweeps, off tackle. LSU game planned it. Now watch them run outside. Good block by Sims. Missed tackle. Alexander misses the tackle, and they get a 1st down. With under 5 minutes to go now, you got to believe that Oklahoma's thinking it's 4-down territory the rest of the game.
They've crossed midfield. Donnelly, the H-back, clears. Blocked. Incomplete, and the offensive line had done a superb job of keeping the scrimmage line clean that time As Gary, we take a look at our Nokia's best connection to this game.
Well, this is the play of the game for Oklahoma. They're down. They hadn't made a first down barely in the second half. It's 4th down, and Jason White comes through against a blitz coverage, throws it out, and Clayton makes the big catch. That's the best connection for Nokia.
133 yards offense for Oklahoma and 318 for LSU. Bradley is in the game as a wideout. He goes out to the right. Clayton in motion, trying to see what he will draw. There's a penalty flag on this play. The throw is in underneath to Runnels. Runnels picks up first down yardage, but there is a penalty. The linesman threw it on the near side, directly in front of the Oklahoma bench.
And I don't think the referee even knows there's a penalty. He signaled first down.
Well, that play will stand. That's an offside against LSU. And let's take a closer look at Bob Stoops.
My hometown is Youngstown, Ohio. My favorite athlete of all time, Muhammad Ali, because of his fierce competitiveness, his great will to win, and look at the humanitarian he is. Favorite movie, Cool Hand Luke. Favorite food, steak. I don't need to explain that, do I?
You know, folks, we get a very low rating in Youngstown tonight because every time I turned around here in New Orleans, I was meeting a Stoops relative. You know, I think everybody from the town of Youngstown is down here tonight pulling for the Stoops. I'm going to tell that Nick Saban story before the night's over. First down and 10. White starts Clayton in motion through the formation. Now Jones dashing for daylight to the 28-yard line, and Kewan Jones becoming the running back before Alexander brings him down. All right, Saban was an assistant coach at West Virginia. Youngstown became the team, the town in his recruiting area. I said, is there any background with the Stoops family? He said, well, I'll tell you the truth, Bobby had already gone to Iowa to play. I knew Mike a little bit, but he said, I would go in, and they had an uncle coached over, I believe it was at South High, and he said, we played gin rummy down in the boiler room until practice started. He said, I go way back with the Stoops family. Here comes Jones across the 25-yard line, and that's a first down. And Gary, Oklahoma has got it going ever since that interception.
Yes, and also this offensive line, who we've questioned, can they be tough enough? Can they be strong enough to run the ball against this great rush defense from LSU? They're doing it. They're blowing the LSU line off. Missed tackles, arm tackles now. It looks like the team that looks gassed right now is LSU, as Oklahoma is able to run the ball, control it with short pass and play action pass.
Ronaldo works, and a timeout called by Oklahoma. 3:41 left in regulation. LSU up by 7.
Tuttle native 28-year-old Brian Stewart. You see, Brian hasn't missed any of Jason's games. Jason and he are very good friends, and Brian suffers from brain cancer. In fact, Jason used to drive him to OU hoops games. The first person that he called after he won the Heisman Trophy was Brian Stewart. And Brian is here tonight to cheer on Jason White.
Yeah, what a wonderful story and a relationship that those two guys have. Jason said he used him as inspiration. Jack, after he underwent knee surgery in each of those 2 years, he said, look, if my friend can keep going with all those brain surgeries, I can certainly do it. And now it is first down and 10 for Oklahoma. They are inside the 25-yard line. Jones is back in as the running back, and Runnels stays right where he is as the protector. He'll lead Jones to the hole. Beautiful block by Runnels. Runnels, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Matt Snell in that famous Super Bowl in Miami. What a workhorse he has been. He cut the legs off the defender that time to blow that hole open.
Yeah, it was Cameron Vaughn, number 46, right there, who's trying to lead on the fullback. He's ready to muscle up this time. Runnels goes low, cuts him out, and you can see the run.
Quick snap. Jason White comes back, wants to go for the touchdown. Bradley can't get there, into the corner, and he was well covered by Corey Webster. So Oklahoma, on a quick huddle, broke out with that play, took a shot at it. Sign of a confident team. They come back now with third down.
Yeah, Corey Webster knew he had help in the middle of the field, had a free safety there, so he waited to the outside for the post corner move, and that's where the ball was delivered.
Not a good percentage, but the most important third down of the night is this one. They've got it at 5 yards. 3:10 to go. Runnels goes far out to the left side of the formation. White fires on the slant, incomplete to Clayton, and a penalty flag flies at Webster again. If it's against him, it'll be an automatic first down for the Sooners.
Quick slant, got inside. Webster's going to get called for getting his hands on the receiver. Corey Webster right here. Yeah, had him hands all over him that time. Good call. I don't know if the ball would have been caught, but it's too bad. Got your hands all over the receiver. It's going to get called.
Ball is spotted at the 13-yard line.
Well, this team is showing the heart of Bob Stoops' favorite athlete, Muhammad Ali. They're getting off the mat and finishing this game.
Switch the strength of the formation. Leave Jones in that I-back spot and bring Clayton through it and get him lined up over there in the slot. Play fake and roll toward the slot. Lead pass. Runnels could not pull that one down, and he was being tracked that time by Cameron Vaughn. Fresh respect for Runnels when he slips out of that backfield. Vaughn had decent coverage on him.
Now it's a guessing game. Will LSU bring the blitz? Will Chuck Long dial one of those quick slant passes? Will he go to the fade that Jason White is so good at throwing? Remember, they've even run a quarterback draw down here. Anything to try to get yardage against this tough LSU defense.
They bring Chester in as a tight end blocker. And now the referee wants to have a little bit of a huddle here. The clock jumped back up, so we've had a little bit of a malfunction on the clock during a commercial break, and it suddenly jumped to 10:55.
3 minutes and 2 seconds. Start the clock on the snap.
What happened there is it simply jumped back to where they corrected it the first time, and now it is reset at 3:02. 21-14. Sims, Shashawn, Carter, Joseph, Brown up to the line of scrimmage now for the Sooners. Second down and 10 for Jason White. Back in the gun. Runnels alongside. Clayton will come through the formation. Roll to the right. Thrown back to the left, and nothing doing.
Boy, great
not
defense.
open. Runnels was picked up. He never broke free at all, as the defense, so well disciplined, held its ground.
Yeah, Dave Peterson that time, number 57, stayed home, read his keys, did what that man right there said he was supposed to do. When the quarterback goes away and there's a back looking at you in the face, don't chase the quarterback. Gimmick play by Oklahoma, and nothing happened.
Bradley out to the left. Jones and Wilson back on the field after receiving some medical attention. It's 4 wide. Third down and 10 now for the Sooners. White's under pressure, got to fire it high, incomplete as Jones broke open, but White was under enormous pressure. He had no time left. He had to release. He was being blitzed.
You see it right there. They're going to slip the back right down the middle on the all-out blitz. Get it out, give ground, give ground, give ground, just enough to throw it deep, and that's could have been a touchdown. Now, 4th and 10 from the 13-yard line, and LSU is going to take a timeout to talk it over.
So Jesse Daniels coming on the blitz that time. Put the heat on White. Well, this has been the end to a great run of sporting events up on ABC. All of the bowl games, the BCS Championship Series, the Rose Bowl won by USC, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, of course, great victory by the Buckeyes of Ohio State again. Then down to the FedEx Orange Bowl, Miami over Florida State. The 2 wild card games, one of them going to overtime before Tennessee is able to win a toughie on the road, and Carolina eliminates Dallas at home. NBA basketball, and now we come down to the final college football game of the season, and then let the argument begin as to who is the best team. This is ABC Championship Television, and we have certainly had our run here. So LSU huddled up defensively over on the far side. And the Oklahoma defense has seized control here in the fourth quarter, and that allowed them to get right back in this football game. But now you are looking at 4th down and 10 for the Sooners. White checking the sideline one final time. Blitz shows, and here it comes. White steps away, slide step, deflected, incomplete. On the ground, it was close, real close. Clayton on the dive, coming from behind, but the officials were right there on top of it.
Should have been intercepted. The blitz was picked off well by Oklahoma. Nick Saban dialed it. He came after the quarterback. The Oklahoma offensive line did a good job of blocking it up. Ball could have easily been intercepted. It was tipped, though, and Clayton had a shot of it. Got inside, ball is tipped, and it does hit the ground. He double caught it. The official was right on the call.
For just a moment, as you watch this replay, it is in and out of number 9's hands.
Good call.
No question about it. The officials were right there, and now LSU will go to work on the clock. 2:46 to go.
Oklahoma has 2 timeouts left in the football game. They're going to burn one on 1st down.
So 2:40 to go, and you know there's been so much controversy about the BCS system. Obviously, we've asked the coaches, including Nick Saban of LSU, about the current BCS system.
We have tremendous respect for the system, and I think we all should have respect for the system that we've kind of agreed to kind of play under. It didn't work very well for everyone this year, and maybe in the future we can make it better so that it will work better and maybe include a few more teams.
You know, I just have one wish, Gary. I wish we had one more game. Just one more game. I'd work for free.
You know, Brent, it seems to me like the coaches involved who have a stake in it have been more reasonable than everybody else about the whole argument.
You know, I would agree with that.
They seem to be able to see the big picture of this thing, that it's hard to measure. The BCS has a tough job. They try to do the best they can under the limitations that they're presented. And this game is a testament to what it can be right here.
And, you know, listen, Peter Carroll handled everything with class.
Absolutely.
Everything with class.
Yep.
You know, the whole controversy being denied an opportunity to come here to the Nokia Sugar Bowl. You know, you couldn't say anything negative about Pete Carroll and the Trojans, and they took care of their business, no question about that. Skylar Green now coming through the formation, faked by Mauke. He's going to come in behind the right side, and he's to the 19-yard line. Teddy Lehman making the stop for Oklahoma, and we've got another time.
Really like the fact that they ran the ball the first 2 times and called timeouts the first 2 times. Both coaches doing their job.
Let's go to the other sideline. Here's what Bob Stoops said about the BCS.
Bottom line is, if you need to win your conference championship to be in the BCS game, 2 things need to happen, or maybe one of them. Either we all crown our champions the same way, which would be fine with me, or if we're not going to, make everybody play a championship game. And if that isn't going to work, just tell us before the season starts that you got to win your championship to be in the championship game. You know, any of those would work. Just tell us what the rules are, and we all go play by them.
That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep, that's for sure. You know, Nick Saban has been working his defense over there, telling them the game's not over. They made a great defensive stop, but the game's not over. Now, back to Oklahoma's strategy. I like that they used the timeouts on 1st and 2nd down, because now they've told LSU, do you dare throw the ball on 3rd down? Because if it's incomplete, it will stop the clock. They've almost forced LSU's hand to run the ball on 3rd down.
And here it is coming up, 3rd and 4, 2:31. If they can stop them, seal them up inside the 20, force Jones to punt, get Perkins on a fair catch or a decent return, they'll have a couple of minutes to work with. Remember, the clock stops offensively on a 1st down in the college game. Huge time factor when you're trying to come from behind or break a tie late. Fake again by Mauke. Complete, fumble! Incomplete. The linesman signaling incomplete. I thought for a moment he had control. It was popped out by Derek Strait.
Right. Good defense that time. Oklahoma stayed in the zone. You saw it coming in to die right there. Came, caught the ball. I don't know if he got a foot down or not. It all happened in a flash of a second right there. Fake the reverse. A die goes underneath the fake. Watch him come through the screen right here. Ball is lobbed. Boy, I could call that either way. I tell you, we could really call that either way. He definitely had the ball. His foot came down. That could have just as easily been Oklahoma's ball.
Benefit of the doubt normally goes to the offense in that situation. We all are aware of that. If there's ever a doubt, and I think the linesman's getting an earful down there. He's pretty close to the Oklahoma bench.
I tell you, it was a gutsy call from where he called it, because he's right in the middle of that red when he made that call.
The die, and now he walks back over toward that bench, and there is the young man who made that call. This is Big East crew, and I'll tell you, you can find look quarrel with a couple of small things in this game, but I'm going to tell you, I think this crew has done a heck of a job. It's been a tough football game. Believe me, I believe it. Die's all right now. The young man from Houston, Texas, are going over.
Look what happened though with the incomplete pass.
Now here we come.
Clock head
This
stopped.
is one of the great matchups. And LSU, with that great speed, has been able to get down the field on top of Perkins. They have not let Perkins turn loose. Here's number 28. 4 punt returns for touchdowns this year. Just trying to stay a little loose back there. Trying to get ready. 2:25. They're down 7 in regulation. The Gunners are covered. Then Bassey moves over now to the left. Let's see if, for a moment, I thought he was going to try to come. He's creeping back in. Bassey trying to come off the corner, gets picked up. So that gives the Gunner a shot at Perkins, and he tears into him, and there is the penalty. As Shelby gets back on the loose football, but Adrian Mays, number 7, was partially uncovered when Bassey slipped into the formation. That gave him basically a free shot. He was picked up about midway down the field, and then he unloaded on Perkins, and this is such a critical foul coming up.
There is no halo call this year.
But don't you have to give him reasonable distance?
I mean, he caught the ball. He tackled him. I mean, that was a great play, it looked like. Oh, both sides. Look at that. A shove on one of the Gunners on one side of the field, and then a personal foul on the other. There's the shove from behind. Derek Strait catches. There's one penalty right there. There's one. And then let's take a look at the hit. Let's see if he catches it. Oh, that looks like a good
high. How about up high with the arm?
Yeah,
around
I mean,
the
it
neck
couldn't have been early. Could not have been a halo call. I mean, he let the guy catch the ball. He made the tackle. He didn't catch his face mask. I think that was a good play.
So Bob Stoops has an explanation now.
There are 2 penalties on the play. Interference with the opportunity to catch the kick on the kicking team. Illegal block in the back on the receiving team. The penalty's offset. Replay 4th down.
Yeah, the bad thing for LSU now is they almost got that punt blocked, and they have to do it all over again.
Well, you know, we have Dave Perry, who's in the booth. He's the head of the officials in the Big Ten, does a wonderful job, and he's assisted us all season long. Dave, what is the rule with regard to catching a punt in that situation? Well, we'll get Dave here in a second. As we've got the other punt.
Let's see if they go return this time. Last time they went block punt. This time they're going return.
Hangs it high, very high. This is a fair catch opportunity, and Perkins has it near midfield.
Look at that, 209, 50-yard line, 1 touchdown behind with a Heisman Trophy cornerback at the gears.
Yeah, well, unimpeded, Dave has just passed down word to us. Unimpeded is the key word, and so in the official's judgment, he interfered with the opportunity to make the fair catch. There's no standard 2-yard rule in that situation, but it was a judgment call. White is back. Press coverage is shown. They set the screen pass, and it's incomplete. As you look down on our scene at the Nokia Sugar Bowl with the BCS National Championship game between Oklahoma and LSU on the line. Second down near midfield for the Sooners. 4 wide receivers. Low and incomplete. Webster, the defender on that side, and it is 3rd down.
I'll tell you,
the Sooners.
The LSU pass rush that was so strong by the front 4 before. Now watch them when they're out of gas here. Watch these guys rush now. Half speed. That Oklahoma offensive line is able to handle it now, and Jason White should have time.
Well, the police department has come in, and man, there's a couple of my favorite ponies. Huh? They just trotted on over with those officers. They keep the folks down off the field, help police things after this game. 3rd down and 10. White in the shotgun, left sideline too high, threw behind his man that time, and wanted to really stay away. And Daniels has impressed him so much. He had coverage on Peoples, and it comes down to 4th down.
Marquise Hill that time, number 94, the defensive end, got on Jason's feet as he threw the ball. His toes bothering him anyway, and as he stride into this thing, watch, he kind of gets in there and you can feel it and just lets that ball go high. One he could have got there, but he was covered pretty tightly.
There we go now. 4th down and 10, 7-point game. We got 1:56.
Coming.
Delayed blitz has got him at the 40-yard line. Linebacker Lionel Turner did not come on the snap. They decided to come with the delayed blitz. Jason White thought he had the comfort of a 4-man rush. He should know better. Nick Saban in a crucial situation is never going to sit on the 4. He's coming with the 5 or the 6. And here came the linebacker right up the gap, and he bore into the quarterback.
Great coverage downfield. You look at this, they've got so many blitzes, Brent. They name them after states, remember? They got so many blitzes. This might be Latvia, for all we know. They ran out of states a long time ago. They got over 50 different blitzes.
I say we should just name that blitz Louisiana.
They used that one in the 2nd game of the year. They're already in the next alphabet.
Yes, sir. It's been 45 years, and now the Tigers and Mauk are going to run out the clock here. And Nick Saban is about to become the highest salaried coach in college football, and Saban is not happy about what's happened. He may think that there's too much formation. He does not want Mauk to back up.
He made a mistake.
He's got to just get down on that.
Right.
And
I think
what the coach is signaling, right, Gary?
Well, I think Nick might be confused with the NFL rule here because if you take a sack, the clock stops. In college, I think he's okay doing that. It's still going to run. Maybe Nick's got too much NFL in him. There, that's what he wants him to do.
Wraps up on the ground. Just get down. Get down right away.
Now that
if you stay up on your feet in that situation and you back away from the line, the defense has an opportunity to make a play. They could knock the ball away from him. Dave Perry has acknowledged that's absolutely correct. If Mauk takes the snap and just goes down like Saban was signaling him, that ends the play right there, and there is no chance to force a fumble.
Well, unless they fumble the snap, this football game is going to be over.
And Mauk pulling back out, almost tripped that time, and we are down to the final 30 seconds. And
well, they're starting it quick. The officials are on it. There's going to be 6 seconds left. LSU will take a delay a game here and figure out what the strategy is.
He's up 7. Even if the clock stops and they take a delay a game, would they send the punter on that deep run through the end zone?
No, you could trip and fall down on this turf. I've seen 2 guys fall already.
Okay.
You can't do that.
There's the timeout. The 4th down is coming up now. So the Oklahoma side is huddling over here.
Nick is very upset with the officials spotting it so quickly. He's upset with his quarterback. He's upset with everybody. They do not want Oklahoma to have another throw. If they take a knee right here, Oklahoma will have one throw into the end zone. Now, Mark Richt caught a lot of grief for trying to run a sweep against Purdue. Remember that? And he said, we didn't want to punt again. LSU could have ran the ball wide a couple times, burnt some time, and probably could have killed the game. There's always a way to second guess.
The punter is on the field for LSU. Donnie Jones.
No one's back. I never like putting no one back because the punter can just pooch it over the line real quickly. He doesn't even have to think.
Hangs it. Had an opportunity for Perkins back there at about the 21-yard line. LSU wins the BCS National Championship. Nick Saban coming across the field. Shake hands with Bob Stoops. And let's check in with Jackaroo.
Well, Coach, it doesn't get any closer than this one.
It was exciting, you know. We said in the end too many penalties. Penalties like that and the early tackling is what really killed us.
Well, better luck next year.
Hey, appreciate it. Had a hell of a game though, and LSU did a heck of a job. Congratulations, Coach Saban.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
So Bob Stoops in Oklahoma lose to Nick Saban and LSU 21-14. And our Built Ford tough play of this football game here tonight. The delayed blitz. And coming right up, Lionel Turner from Walker, Louisiana, the junior middle linebacker, puts the cap on an outstanding defensive performance. LSU claims the title.
The Built Ford Tough Postgame Report, brought to you by the next Ford F-150. Only this truck earned the right to be the 2004 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The next F-150 Built Ford Tough.
Welcome back, John Saunders, Terry Bowden, and Craig James. And the reason we're on the field is some of the fans from the rafters getting a little bit too excited at their first national championship in over 4 decades, throwing some bottles down here. But you really can't fault them. You wait that long, and what a terrific matchup we saw today.
Yeah, and it came down to 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. The nation's #1 scoring offense. Oklahoma had 2 shots at the nation's #1 scoring defense. And hey, what did we say at the beginning of the game? Defense wins championships.
Yeah, you know what? I thought we saw the Warriors' legs, the Heisman Trophy quarterback's legs, get tired. I think his legs, and he'll admit this in the locker room, were tired. He couldn't move his body around. He made some bad throws down the stretch that during the regular season Jason White made. LSU got a little tired up front. Gary Danielson pointed that out nicely. But, you know, this just, they couldn't make enough plays down the backstretch.
It is time now for the presentation of the ADT Trophy as champions of the Nokia Sugar Bowl. Let's go to midfield to Lynn Swan.
John Saunders, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long time for the LSU Tigers. 1959, Paul Dietzel coached the team here in the Sugar Bowl, and they won the national championship. Today, Nick Saban is going to take this baby home. So, before we present it to you, Coach, I'm going to have the president of ADT, Michael Snyder, step up and do the honors.
First, Coach, congratulations on a great season and a fantastic game. Now, on behalf of ADT It's 21,000 employees, it's 6 million customers, and its parent company, Tyco International. My pleasure to present you the ADT National Championship Trophy for the 2003 college football season.
Your players want to handle that trophy. But championship football games are not supposed to be easy, and this one was not.
It was not easy, but you know, this team has had such character and showing such resiliency all year to make the plays they needed to make in a game to win the game. I'm so proud of these football players. The seniors and every player that contributed did a great job in his role. We've got great fans. We've got great people in the state of Louisiana. And I'm just happy that we can make the state proud of something our football team could do.
Coach, your defense, phenomenal. They put pressure from beginning to end. Is there anything they didn't do that you wanted them to do in this game tonight?
Well, they did what they had to do to win the game. They only really gave up one scoring drive, and it was on a short field. We got tired at the end of the game, but we played from the heart. We played with our identity, and I love these guys. They're great.
You had a freshman, number 25, Justin Vincent, running your ball. When he broke it open in the first play of the ball game, it had to make you feel good and give you a great deal of confidence to keep running that ball.
Well, it really did. And I was hoping that we would have more consistency running the football. And we didn't really have that as we needed it in the game. It's a tribute to Oklahoma's defense. They've got a great defensive team. Their defense did a great job today as well. But we did what we needed to do on offense. And I think the real turning point of the game is when they block the punt and score, our offense goes down and scores and counters that. And that was a turning point in the game for us.
Coach, there's some other trophies up here, so I'm going to ask Tim Conrad Meyer, who is president of the Nokia Sugar Bowl Committee, to make a presentation.
Yeah, Lynn, I'm very pleased to give you Tim Eckersley, Senior Vice President of Nokia.
Coach Saban, on behalf of all the employees of Nokia, it's my pleasure to present to you the Nokia Sugar Bowl Trophy, which this year goes to the national champion LSU Tigers. Congratulations.
Coach, there may have been a debate about whether it was USC or whether it was Oklahoma, but there was never any debate that LSU was supposed to be here.
And you know what? I never ever said that. But I always believed it. And I believed in these guys, and they believed in each other, and that's why we're standing up here today.
We also have an MVP trophy to present. Would you like to do the honors again, sir?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'll do that. There's a freshman around here somewhere by the name of Justin Vincent. Justin, step right up here. No, an old coach of mine, John McKay, said he always gave the ball to the running back a lot, said it wasn't heavy. This trophy is a little bit heavier, but you're a freshman, you played like a senior with a passion. Congratulations. Now, everybody's asking for a speech. Are you a little bit shy about these things, Justin?
You know, before the game, I told the guys, you know, I would give it all back if we could just dominate this game. I want to do it for these seniors. You know, I've never been surrounded by a great group of guys. You know, when you're surrounded by good people, my coach used to tell me in high school, you do good things. And God dang it, we did a good job.
Now, I'm going to ask you if your quarterback, Mark, is up here. Is Matt up here? Matt, where are you, Matt? Matt's down there somewhere on the field. I wanted to go back, Coach. You didn't pick any team captains during the course of this year. You picked captains for this game. You said you've never had a team that just bought into every individual being a leader ever before in your career.
Well, every guy on this team was responsible for his own self-determination in terms of what he did. And I told him, I said, you know, you don't really need a leader if you can do that yourself. And this is the first team I've ever been associated with that every guy on this team did that.
Okay, then here's your quarterback. Matt, come on over here. Matt, congratulations to you. You were a true quarterback, leading your team, using the assets down the field. Phenomenal receiver like Michael Clayton. You used your running game. When you got behind that center, what were some of the things going through your mind as you faced a very difficult defense?
Well, I tell you what, they did a great job on defense, you know, mixing up the coverages, putting a lot of pressure on us. But I tell you what, it seemed like every time we faltered, our defense was able to step up, and you know, they really were tremendous tonight.
Congratulations. It has been a long time for LSU, but Coach Saban, you told me one of the reasons you took this job is because when you were in the National Football League, you looked at where the players came from, and the great state of Louisiana produced position 5 or 7, the number of people in the NFL. I think you're going to be in this game a lot in the future.
Well, we've got a lot of good football programs, a lot of good football players in this state, and it's great that they all came together for us at LSU to win the national championship. I'm very proud of this bunch.
Well, Brent, we're going to go back to you, but right now all the magic belongs to LSU and Nick Saban and his team.
All right, Lynn, thank you very much. And Gary, certainly we echo the congratulations to the LSU Tigers and Nick Saban, and also to the Oklahoma Sooners. This was a very fiercely fought football game. Oklahoma appeared to be out of it. They gave themselves a chance. They were courageous coming down the stretch. No question the best team won this football game, and they certainly deserve the spoils here tonight at the Nokia Sugar Bowl. It's been a pleasure being around these two coaches. You can't ask for two better guys, Gary.
Hey, you know, Brent, you're right. There's a lot of opinions about this stuff, and I'll leave that to those guys. I know one thing. We have opinions, but nobody can tell me who could win this football game between these teams. They on the field fought tonight, and that's the way it should be solved. But Nick Saban got $1,001,000. Here's the dollar, Brent. Would you give him to the dollar? You can take care of the million, okay?
You shorted him a mil. He's up at 2.5 now. So Nick Saban becomes, for the moment, the highest salary coach in college football. There's a clause in the contract, in case you didn't hear the story, that he gets $1 more that Gary handed me, and that makes him $1 richer tonight than Bobby Stoops. And I just hope that both of these fine fellows are going to be approached by the NFL. They're both quality class guys. I hope they stay right where they are. They're so good for college football, and they've both done wonderful jobs. Right now, we're going to bid adieu. Gary, it's been a great season
game.
with you,
Great
partner.
game. Thanks, Brent.
Love tonight. Jack Arute, Lynn Swan down below, and we'll wrap it up from here and send you to our guys, our quarterback, John Saunders, with Terry Bowden and Craig James. And John, another wonderful job throughout the season in the studio.
And the same to you, Brandon. It finishes up just a terrific season. Let's put one thing to rest for the first time. Those people who said Oklahoma didn't belong here because they lost to Kansas State, dead wrong. Didn't see this game.
There's no doubt about it. And all those people that say who would win between LSU and USC, if you're an expert analyst and you're honest, you could not tell unless they played each other. If the AP poll picks USC as a champion, they'll deserve it. But that team holding up that ADT championship trophy, they deserve a championship too.
This corner of the end zone over here, we're just shouting one more game, and I think that's what college football fans would love to see, at least in this particular season, one more game. You're right, you can't say who'd win between USC and LSU, two great football teams. I'll say this though, this atmosphere right here in this Nokia Sugar Bowl was a national championship atmosphere. We enjoyed the Rose Bowl, we enjoyed the season. This was incredible. What a way to finish the season.
My take on this is, would I like to see USC face LSU? Absolutely. Am I disappointed they won't? Not at all. We have two very worthy champions. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next year with another terrific season of college football on ABC.